What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to our own analysis playground. We're gonna talk about the Bulls versus the Celtics. I love this game. It was pretty cool. A little boring in the third and the fourth quarter as the Celtics started running away with it. But as the fourth quarter was coming to an end, the Bulls made their last and final stand to try to attack and win the game. Ultimately, ended up falling up short. The biggest plays was the two layups by Grant Williams. He had a low post shot that was a little bit of a jump shot, and one was a jump hook that was able to give us 4 points. Jason Tatum hit some shots in the fourth quarter. He missed a lot of shots in the fourth quarter, but also made a big three that got him to 3 of 10 from three. Also made a bunch of free throws. He also scored a couple mid ranges that kept us ahead. We never trailed in the fourth. He had 30. Jason Tatum had 36 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. He was 8 of 23, not the most efficient game. Also passed Larry Bird for the most points in the first 8 games, a record that he held for so many decades, but finally got passed by Tatum, who has taken a lot of Larry Bird records over the last couple years, which is a good thing considering that he's young. His motivation to let us know that we got it right with Tatum, which he's been proving a lot this year and last season. 6 assists. 3 of 10 from the 3 point line, 7 of 20 for the free throw line. The bulk of his 30 points came from the free throw line, as you can tell. He also had one huge block and one steal. He did turn the ball over only once, which was great. Usually he's turnover prone. Hasn't been as bad with that over the course of this season so far. We ended up getting to 5-3. We got off to a rocky start, lost some tough games to Cleveland, but we was able to go through that rocky road and be able to get back into the win column against a tough Bulls team that had Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Vucevic. Everybody was basically healthy besides Lonzo Ball, and we was able to defeat them in a claw scratching game. Jaylen Brown didn't have the game that you would want him to have, but wasn't terrible. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 of 14 from the field, all 3 from the 3 point line, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. He did have 3 turnovers trying to drive and trying to force the issue a little bit. He just need to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more smarter, but how he attacks the rim and how he attacks closeouts. His growing process is not going to happen overnight. He has become a great ball handler and a great playmaker and a great scorer over the course of seasons. You just hope that they can continue to develop that as the season continues to go on. I also basically liked what I seen out of this team when it comes to other things like Derek White hitting a big three that really came up huge for them. I understand why he ultimately shot it. He was wide open. You usually wouldn't want Marcus Smart to be there, but he was off the court at that time. Having him and Malcolm Brogdon at the court at the same time gives them guys that can handle the ball, make layups, and also shoot threes. Something that Marcus Smart still struggles at. But Marcus Smart was 2 of 4 from the 3 point line today. Hit a big three when he shot the jumper and let his arm just rest a little bit, and it was all net. It was a beautiful thing to see from Marcus Smart. Derek White had 7 points. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from three, but made the three that basically sealed the game for us and helped us win it. He also had 2 blocks and 1 steal. Al Horford was huge. 11 points, 5 of 5, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Just a big body man to paint. Hit the mid range, hit the layups, hit the dunks and the dump offs, and made the right screens and the right passes like he usually does. This makes everything easier for everybody on the court. Marcus Smart, 12 points, great defense, 1 block, 1 assist. Got in the guys, made guys work harder than they wanted to. Also had 1 steal, only 2 turnovers, which is great for Marcus Smart. Didn't get a technical, didn't go crazy. That's also something that's great. And then also one of the big reasons why he didn't play in the fourth is because he had 5 personal fouls. For people that don't know, that's a big thing. But having a guy like Malcolm Brogdon that can handle the ball, make decisions, and can score the basketball too is one of the reasons why that trade made sense. If they ever get in foul trouble with Marcus Smart, what happens with whether he get ejected or get a technical or he gets a little over aggressive like him and Tatum and Brown can do, they still will have Derek White as a guard, and they still can have Brogdon come in and step in and be that extra ball handler and playmaker. And that's why the trade made a huge amount of sense because of that reason. But he had 25 points from Malcolm Brogdon, 2 rebounds and 4 assists, 9 of 10 from the field, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He also had one block. He had 4 turnovers, but he only had 2 personal fouls in 29 minutes. That's a great, huge 6 man of the year type of stat line for Malcolm Brogdon, who had just been smart, witty, and just highly educated. He fits right into this group with their playmaking, their IQ, and their wit. I think he's a perfect fit. Graham Williams didn't have the greatest game, but he was solid defensively. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 3 from the field, with 0 out of 1 from the 3 point line. He also had 2 turnovers and 2 personal fouls. Sam Hauser, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3 point line. And then Luke Cornett, Big Net, is what I tell my girlfriend Destiny Rodriguez. Big Net was in that paint having fun. It's fun to have another net. We had Kevin Garnett. We loved him so much. He was Defensive Player of the Year. Helped us win our '08 championship, our last championship in '08. Big Luke Cornett played 14 minutes, finally getting his minutes up. Had more than 2 points this game, had four. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was 1 of 3 from the field. 0 of 1 from the 3 point line, 2 blocks and 2 steals. He's going to be a starter to me one day. When you look at the fact that he got 2 blocks and 2 steals in 14 minutes and he can be a 10 and 10 guy, you don't need him to do much because you already have offensive weapons. You just need him to make a dunk, a layup, and protect the paint. And he is a legit 7 footer. I love him for that. When you look at the Bulls side of the things, 7 points, seven rebounds, 16 points, 3 assists for Zach LaVine, 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from the 3 point line, 2 of 3 from three, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls for Zach LaVine. It's a no-show, terrible game. Didn't shoot well, couldn't get the space, couldn't get the room, couldn't get the handle going, mainly because of Marcus Smart and Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon playing good defense and crowding them, making things tough, making them overthink and making them do a little bit too much. DeMar DeRozan, 46 points, carried the load this game. 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 13 of 23 from the field. Got the bulk of his points from the free throw line, 13 of 23. He also had 5 assists, 20 of 22 from free throw line, pump faking, handling the ball, running into guys for layups and floaters. Just aggressive, just looking for any way to get a bucket just to keep them in the game. And they scored 119 points with that philosophy, so it made sense. He almost had half their points total. He had 1 block, 2 steals, and 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Just a great all-star, all-NBA type performance from DeMar DeRozan when Zach LaVine struggled. Big Vooch finally had a dominant game, 24 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 of 14 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. From the 3 point line. No free throws for Vucevic, but 1 steal, 1 turnover, and 4 personal fouls. But overall, just dominated the board, dominated the paint, was slow-moing his way to layups, rebounds, and also hit some open threes. 4 of them, like I said, was splashed all net, no rim, just automatic from 3 point line tonight. That's one thing that he does well. Patrick Williams didn't have the game that they wanted him to have. 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from the 3 point line, 1 block, 4 turnovers, and 6 personal fouls fouled out this game. Ayo Dosunmu didn't have the game that you wanted. Defensively, he was great. Offensively, just didn't show up. 11, 3, 3, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 from 3 point line, which was decent. 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. Caruso, no show, 23 minutes, 5 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Goran Dragic, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3 point line, 1 block, 1 turnover. In 19 minutes, Green, 5, 1 rebound. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3 point line, 1 block, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, and he had 4 personal fouls. And that's basically it for the Bulls. This is a disappointing game from their bench. Jones also had a no-show from points, 2 rebounds, and that was about it for him. He also had 1 steal and 1 turnover and 1 personal foul. No show from the bench, no show from Zach LaVine, but still almost gutted out a tough win. It was almost a 2 point game down the line, but Derek White hits the big three. Jason Tatum hits the free throw. Malcolm Brogdon hits the free throws. And then we just free throwed our way to the W. Just gutted it out. like a fish and got a clean W. We needed it. We wanted it. We go up the standings. The Bulls go down. We trade records basically, but it's just that we 5-3. We needed this one. I'm happy that we got it. I'm proud of my Celtics. We fought. We stayed together. We have a lot of sloppy plays where we turn the ball over. We overthink. We play a little too hard. We play a little bit too aggressive, and it hurts us. It's mental mistakes. It's part of being a young team. It's part of being a team that's still finding their identity, finding their way, and having a new coach that's still trying to find his way with this team. We can earn that respect and that love that we've been getting by continuing to play hard and trusting each other. I truly, really believe in that, and I really believe that we can learn from what we did in the finals and improve that throughout an 82 game season, and we can really show it once the playoffs start. This is a grind. This is a fight. This is a battle. This is a war until we can get banner number 18 in Boston. Hopefully, I can be there this year. Was sick last year, but I really want to support my Celtics to the fullest this year. I'm loving what I'm seeing out this team. I love our defense. I love our identity when it comes to our offensive end. We still have to figure out who our go-to guys is once Brown and Tatum is struggling. Will it be Derek White? Will it be Smart? Will it be Cornette as a starter? Will Al Horford step it up a little bit more? Will it be Malcolm Brogdon every night? I know he's supposed to do it off the bench, but we need one more scorer in the starting lineup. Will they start Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon in the future, or will Derek White just up his game offensively? He's never been known as a scorer, but he can hit a mid range. He can hit a three. He did a tough mid range from when the shot clock was draining. He was able to make a tough shot off the dribble. Will they just demand him to do a little bit more? I know that we can score a bunch of points. We have done it in preseason. We have done it during a regular season, but we just need one more weapon to help Marcus. I mean, one more offensive player to help Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown offensively, or we just need to run better sets for our role players to get easier shots so it can balance out. I feel like they do a little bit too much dribbling, a little bit too much ISO, and they get double teamed and trapped, and they got to pass, and they got to make an extra pass, or they got to force their way to make a tough pass, and then they have role players taking tough shots late in the shot clock. That's just not winning basketball in the playoffs. We've seen that against the Bucks, we've seen that against the Heat, and we also seen that against the Warriors, a championship team, which we ultimately lost to. We don't want that to be our Achilles heel. That the reason why we don't win banner number 18 this year. Hopefully we can find that fit. Will it be Brogdon, a guy that can drive, penetrate, hit a layup, and hit a three? Will putting him in the starting lineup and letting him be the playmaker and letting Marcus Smart be the defender be the answer? Or will Derek White have to step up? Or will someone off the bench, Peyton Pritchard or somebody, step up? If you start Brogdon, you still have Peyton Pritchard off that bench who can still give you a spark plug type offense type of thing and a little bit of playmaking. So it ain't like we losing everything. We still will have Derek White coming off the bench too. So I think that that's just our biggest problem is finding out who's going to be our third scorer in that starting lineup. We've still been great. We've still been amazing, even though we've been, struggling sometimes offensively and looking a little clunky and looking a little rattled. But we've been figuring out and still been getting the job done. I just hope we can figure that problem out before the season is over, so we don't have to worry about that taking us from another championship like it did last year against the Golden State Warriors. Other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Nights to sign out. I'll be back with the Bucks game later tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are ready for the video at the end of the night. Quinn Wade Basketball Nights to sign out, and I'll play around on YouTube. Hope you guys are enjoying y'all weekend, and hopefully I can see y'all tomorrow.